Hello everyone, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to start a new chapter number 7, Coordinate Geometry. Before starting the chapter, I would like to recall some point which you already studied in 9th standard. In 9th standard, you have studied about how to locate any point on a plane if the coordinates of a point is given. How to divide a plane in a quadrants. Okay, 4 quadrant any plane have. Like that, you have studied so many things related to this chapter. So it is better to recall few things related to 9th standard, okay, before starting this chapter. And weightage of this chapter in board exam is 4 marks. So let's see how to get or how to look. Now let's draw a quadrant. To draw a quadrant, we have to draw a lines, okay, and these are called a x-axis. The vertical is called a y-axis, and the intersection point we called as a origin. This point, intersection point of x-axis and y-axis, we called as a origin. At origin, the x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is also 0. And you already know what is x coordinate. You can say as a abscissa, and y coordinate we called as a ordinate. Okay, this things you already studied in 9th standard. X coordinate of any point we can say as a abscissa or x coordinate, or y coordinate we say as a ordinate. Okay, now if you move from origin to the right hand side, you will get all the positive numbers on x axis, and on x dash axis it means from the origin towards the left side you will get the negative numbers. So that's why we called as a x dash. Now from origin towards the top you will get a positive numbers on y axis. From origin towards the bottom we get a negative numbers on y axis. It means it is a y dash. So right hand side positive, left hand side negative, at top positive, at bottom negative. So all these things you already studied in earlier classes. Just want to repeat all these things to understand this chapter better. Okay, so for example, if any point we have to locate, so for that we have a knowledge about in which quadrant. If we take a quadrant, this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth one. It means we can say that it is a anti-clockwise. It is a anti-clockwise. So as you see in first quadrant, both the points are positive. Both the numbers are positive. Okay, so we can say that here there is a positive sign. And in any point, first is x coordinate and then there is a y coordinate. In any point, first must be abscissa and second ordinate. So here first it means positive, second y coordinate also positive. Now goes to the second quadrant. Here again x coordinate we have to write first. So here sign minus and then plus, because here y is positive. Now at the third quadrant, both the signs negative. It means negative, negative. Now move to the fourth one. First is x coordinate. So here the sign is plus, comma, minus. So sign for the first quadrant plus plus, second quadrant minus plus, third quadrant minus minus, and fourth quadrant plus minus. So if anyone asks to plot a point P 2 3, Q minus 3 1, R minus 2 minus 1, and T, here it is 1 and minus 2. All these 4 points, if anyone would like to plot, then you must have a knowledge about quadrant. So So we can say that this P point, both coordinates are positive, it will situated or locate at the first quadrant. As in Q, x coordinate is negative. Here abscissa is negative, ordinate is positive. So minus plus. So it will lies at second quadrant. R. What about R? Both are negative. It means it will lie at the third quadrant. And the last one, T. Plus 1 minus 2. So plus minus. It will lie in a fourth quadrant. And as you know how to lie or locate the point, I just want to show you this 4 point, and then we will continue to this chapter 7, and we will go to or move to the understand the formula that is called a distance formula. Okay, so first of all, if I want to locate these points, okay, now first P, 2 is x coordinate and 3 is y coordinate. So when they meet together at this point, so this point we locate as a P. Now minus 3 plus 1, minus 3 x axis plus 1 y axis. So minus 3 plus 1. So this point is called a Q, which is situated in second quadrant. Now R is minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 is x-axis and minus 1 is y-axis. Both coordinates are negative. So here it is a point R. Now let's locate point T. 1 minus 2. So here 1 is x-axis and this is 1 and this is minus 2. So this is T. So like that we have to locate the points, but to locate the points we must have a knowledge about the sign of the quadrant. Okay, and as you know, when we draw a graph, we used to write at the right side at the top the scale. On x-axis, one scale is equal to 1 unit. The distance between the two numbers either on x-axis or y-axis are same. So y-axis scale is 1 scale is equal to 1 unit. Okay, so now let's see how to find out the distance formula. To use this formula is used to find out the distance between any two points. Now let's talk about the first topic of this chapter. It is called a distance formula. So how to get the distance formula, I am going to show you. Here I am just want to clear that it is not important to just have a knowledge regarding formula. You should know about how it comes. Okay, अगर एग्जाम में नहीं इसका डेरिवेशन आता है then it's okay, but you should have a knowledge how do we get any formula. Okay, so I am just showing you that if any points P and Q having coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2 respectively are given, and it is asked to find out the distance PQ. Distance PQ we have to find out. So how to get a distance? So for that we have to first draw a perpendicular line towards the x-axis. Perpendicular line or parallel line to y-axis which intersect at a x-axis given name R. Similarly, again you have to draw a perpendicular line and it will intersect at the point S on x-axis. Now, as these are a parallel line, we have to draw from P. It will intersect QS at point T. Okay. Now, if you see that this triangle is which type of triangle can you say? It is a right angle triangle. It is a right angle triangle, and therefore we can apply a Pythagoras theorem. So as you know, what is the Pythagoras theorem? In right angle triangle, the hypotenuse, the length of the hypotenuse, the square of the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of square of two other side. In short, we can say that here we can write that as PQ is a hypotenuse. So PQ square is equal to PT square plus QT square. Is it clear? Okay. Now to get the value PQ square, we must have the value PT and QT. Okay. So how to get this value? I want to show you. Here this is a origin point and this is the R point. So as you know, the distance from y-axis, okay, distance of a point to y-axis is a x coordinate. So here we can say that OR is equal to x1, as this is the x1. So the distance from a point from the y-axis is x1. So OR is equal to x1. Similarly, this Q has x coordinate x2. So distance from a point from the y-axis. So by this way we can say that OS is equal to x2. And what is RS? RS is equal to OS minus OR. So therefore x1 minus x2 is the value RS. As this is a rectangle, so opposite sides are equal, and therefore PT is equal to RS. Therefore PT is also equal to x1 minus x2. Is it clear? Now similarly we have to take a value or a point. Okay, so the distance from a point, okay, from the x-axis, this height is we called as a y1. So here PR is equal to y1 and QS is equal to y2. Okay, now the difference, the PT, okay, we already got. Okay, now how to find out QT? So this is a y1. So we got a parallel line. So this is also a y1, and y2 minus y1 is QT. So QT is equal to y2 minus y1. So both the value QT and PT we have, and we can substitute the value. So we get PQ square is equal to x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, and therefore PQ is equal to whole under root x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So this is the formula to find out the distance between the 2 points, and this formula we called as a distance formula. I again repeat, PQ is equal to whole under root x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. By using this formula, we are going to do exercise 7.1. Now, the distance formula. The two distance formula are there. Here, the distance between 2 points Px1 y1 and Qx2 y2 is given by this. We have just seen how to get the formula, or we have just seen the derivation, right? So PQ is equal to whole under root x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Now, we are here talking about the two different points. Okay. Now here the point is there and the one is origin. So the distance of point P having coordinates xy from the origin O, where it's as it is a origin, so its x coordinate and y coordinate both are 0. And in that case, OP, the distance between the origin and that point, is equal to whole under root x square plus y square. So you have to remember these two formula, especially to find out the sums related to find out distance. Okay, so let's start the exercise 7.1. Now let's start exercise 7.1. In 7.1, the first question is find the distance between the 2 points are given 2, 3 and 4, 1. So here any one point you can take as a x1, y1 and any other point you can take as x2, y2. It is not compulsory that you have to choose the first as x1, y1 and second as x2, y2. You can take first as x2, y2 also and second one as a x1, y1 also. You will get the same result or same answer. Okay. So now first step is, let I suppose that this is x1, y1. So here x1 is 2 and second is ordinate, so y1 is 3. Here x1, x2 is 4 and y2 is 1. Okay, so after this I apply the distance formula, that x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Now I substitute the value 2 minus 4 whole square plus 1 minus 3 whole square. As it is a square, so negative number convert into the positive. So minus 2 square means 4. Minus 2 square means 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So 8 means 2 root 2. Okay. So this is the distance between these 2 points. Now next, second one is easy. So you can do at your own by the same procedure. Now I will show you a third one. First point is a comma b and the second point is minus a minus b. So here first of all I take this as a x1 y1 and this as a x2 y2. So x1 is a, y1 is b, x2 is minus a, y2 is minus b. Again I write the formula to find out distance, then substitute the value. So here a minus and again x2 is minus, so 2 minus and plus b minus, again y2 is minus, so again 2 times minus. So this minus minus become plus. This time this side also minus minus become plus. So a plus a whole square plus b whole square. A plus a means 2a, b plus b means 2b. Okay, so here 2a whole square plus 2b whole square. So 2a square means 4a square and 2b square means 4b square. If I take out 4 as a common, then what is remaining? A square plus b square. As you know, root 4 is 2. So final answer is 2 into the root of a square plus b square. Isn't it easy? You can do the distance formula sum by this way, but main thing that you must remember the formula. In each and every chapter, the formula is very important. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Now let's continue with the second question. Here it is given that find the distance between the points 0, 0 and 36, 15. 0, 0 it means it is the origin. 0, 0 points 0, 0 and 36 means 0, 0 it is the origin and this is the second point. So we have to find out the distance between these two. Okay, so what should we do here? First of all, we can apply the formula in which it is given that the one point is origin and the other point is a normal simple point. I have just show you the two distance formula. Okay, and I have written here two different method by using both the equation. Okay, so first of all, let points P 0, 0 and Q 36, 15. Okay, now here P 0, 0 I have taken as x1, y1 and Q 36, 15 as x2, y2. If I use the distance formula, okay, the normal distance formula, I can substitute the value all in this, and finally I got that PQ is equal to 39, as x1 is 0, then y1 is 0, x2 is 36, and here y2 is 15. Okay, like that. Then squaring of 36, squaring of 15, and addition, and finally I got 39. If I directly put, as it is origin 0 0 is given, okay, so can I put directly the direct formula root x square plus y square? Yes. Here x is 36 and y is 15, and therefore if I do this method, it is also right. Either this or this method you can apply. When the distance you have to find out between the origin and the any point. Is it clear? Now in second question, it is given that can you find the distance between two towns which is discussed in section 7.2 in textbook. See, this is 7.2. Okay, you can open your textbook and open the page number 156. It is given the figure 7.2, and here you can find out the distance AB. A is 40, its coordinates, and B having coordinate 6, 0. So you can find out the distance by using distance formula yourself. Now the third question, determine if the points 1, 5, 2, 3, minus 2, minus 11 are collinear. What do you mean by collinear? If I assume that let point 1, 5 A, B 2, 3 and C minus 2, minus 11. So if I draw a line, okay, and if, okay, not draw a line, just taking a point. For example, A, B and C. Okay. So if I find out the distance AB and then BC, then I will get AB plus BC is equal to AC. These two distance if I add, and if I got the AB plus BC is equal to AC, then I can say that these 3 points are in a same line. It means they are collinear points. If, for example, if I put A here, B here and C somewhere here. So in this case, if I find the distance AB, then I find the distance BC. Is it possible to get AB plus BC is equal to AC in this case? It is not possible. It is not possible. So these points are non-collinear points, we can say that. I hope you got the idea between the collinear and non-collinear points. Okay, the points which are lie in a same line, that we can say they are collinear points. Okay, so determine if points these 3 are collinear, means we have to check that either AB plus AC is equal, AB plus BC is equal to AC, or BC plus AB, like that. Okay, which point is in between, they have not mentioned here. Okay, so we have to check. Let's see. Now let's see the third question. It is important one. Determine if points 1, 5, 2, 3, minus 2, minus 11 are collinear. I have just told you about what is collinear and what is non-collinear. Okay, so here let A 1, 5, B 2, 3 and C minus 2, minus 11. If these points are collinear, if, okay, then what are the possibilities? These 3 possibilities are there. Either we get AB plus BC is equal to AC, AC plus BC is equal to AB, and AB or A plus AC is equal to BC. If these 3 are collinear, then only out of these 3 any one possibilities must be there. But the condition is they must be collinear. So for that we have to check. We have to find out the distance AB. then distance BC and distance AC. These three distance we have to find out to check whether ABC are collinear points or not. So I have shown here the calculation AB, x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So here I have taken this one as x1 and this two as a x2 y2, and after the calculation I got that AB is equal to root 5. Similarly for BC, for this I have taken x1 y1, for C I have taken x2 y2. So here it is minus minus, again minus minus, so it become plus 2 plus 2 4, 11 plus 3 14. Okay, so the square of 4 is 16, square of 14 is 196, and finally I got the distance under root 212. Similarly with AC, again A I take as x1 y1 and C I take as x2 y2. So again 1 and minus minus plus, it means it is 3. 5 minus minus plus, it means it is 16. So 5 plus 11 is 16. So here 3 square is 9. 16 square is 256. Okay, so here I got, sorry, here it is, yeah, 256, and here I got it is square root 265 as the value AC. So if you do addition of any two distance, you will not get the third one. अगर मैं इन दोनों को प्लस करूंगी तो मुझे ये नहीं मिलेगा, या इन दोनों को प्लस करूंगी तो मुझे ये नहीं मिलेगा, या फिर इन दोनों को प्लस करूंगी तो मुझे ये नहीं मिलेगा. ओके, सो फाइनली आई come to the conclusion that AB plus BC is not equal to AC, AB plus AC is not equal to BC, and AC plus BC is not equal to AB. So finally our result is A, B and C are non-collinear points. This is the result finally we got. Like this you can do such question by this process. If it is a collinear they are asking, you have to first check the distance and check the addition. Out of any one it is correct, then you can say that they are collinear points. Okay, today we are completing this lecture here. Okay, and we will see the next question in next class. Goodbye.